done that. Don't come on here and
she's upset
for a petition. We want to get the word out for a petition, and then turn round and say it's for a fucking gaming room.
It's not for a fucking gaming room. Have you not heard a single word that I've said?
Fucking tears now.
Right, your problem literally is not my fucking problem. Okay, I've literally had that money taken. I don't give a shit.
Corey, she's not saying it's a problem now. I know exactly where Michelle comes from. She was gifting you of the goodness of her heart because everybody's behind you for this petition. So now she's
listen. No, I'm going to pause it. Where are your tears now, Stacey? Is that in towards me? Because I'm actually really struggling with because I feel for them both. Like obviously Michelle's given money on this app before. There might have been cons, whatever happening. People have scammed people on this app for money before. And then obviously I can see this woman because she's grieving. I can see both sides.
That's what Michelle said, she put.
Oh, is it? I was going to say, please don't direct that to me.
Yeah.
One single person who's fucking listened, okay? All those gifts that were sent, TikTok has taken the vast fucking majority of that, okay? And I've still got half of that in my
You're
account.
sitting there asking for fucking gifts.
I'm not caring.
You made sure that
Who the fuck is talking shit?
Exactly. This is literally being blown out of proportion.
I've seen all those fucking heartstrings and that's fucking
And have you got the proof of that, have you? If you got the proof, you're taking a fucking judgment.
Going, you piece of this shit.
Yet none of you are actually understanding what this is going on.
It's no case of this shit. Everybody's been donating. They've got a right to know.
I can see why he's angry, and I can see why she's upset. No, she might not have giving money like out of the goodness of the heart, thinking it's going to go somewhere, and then you're told that it's not going to that place. You're going to be upset. I can see both sides. What's Ink said in the comments, guys? Someone keeps saying Ink said a vile comment. Guys, can we just keep it nice and clean in the comments? Ink is one of my friends as well, and can we just keep it nice? And I'm not backing anyone with the comments, but can we just keep it very nice and respectful in the chat, please?
Listen, I think there's a difference between gifting someone on TikTok to donating. If you're gifting someone, you have no real reason to understand where that money's going to. It's a gift. There were so many begs on this app, that sit there and ask for their shopping, that sit there and were gifted for videos that were made. I think gifting on here is different to donations. When you're doing a GFM. When you're doing a GFM, it's for a cause and a reason.
I'm still trying to be dead respectful for this, but respectful with this because, like I said, I've still got no gifts on today. I don't want to profit from any of this. But when she was online and the other night, I think she was stating when she was talking about the GoFundMe and stuff. I think people were gifting her thinking the money might go towards the podcast.
But that's a personal assumption, though.
Yeah, true.
You're on TikTok, the gifts, there's nothing there saying that money will go to whatever. You're gifting that person for them at that point. And I think that's the thing, right? If you've done to a GFM and nowhere in that GFM states what their main goal is or everything, and you find that out, I think sometimes then you can have a right to be annoyed or there's no transparency. I do get that. I understand that.
Can I just say something though, guys? People are telling me that she didn't mention no GoFundMe. I did watch a live where I did hear her talk about the podcast and the GoFundMe.
And I think that's where you got to look at.
I did hear her say something like she's raising funds for a podcast. I did hear that.
As far as I am aware, the GFM was only found out because it's on the first page of the website that was created that's on there.
So I think when people thought the gifting, I think they would think the gifting towards the GoFundMe. But I guess it's different, innit? I don't know. This is so sensitive, guys.
A gift, if you're on here, unless it says it where it is, right, then fucking that gift is to be done with whatever that person chooses to.
That is true.
And if you want to gift money, don't listen. Let me say, if someone has a GoFundMe and you know that TikTok take a certain amount, donate that full amount. Because
Yeah, it wasn't a
the only
violent-
person that lines the pockets, right, are TikTok.
That's true.
You know, so
But all I'm going to say is, guys, can we keep pushing the petition, keep signing it, keep sharing it, keep reposting the petition? Because no matter what you think in the situation, the petition is the main thing that we need to focus on.
I don't think it was the blaster, Willow. I think it was actually the Observer.
Is this clip nearly gone? Because this clip's
Right.
long.
No one's.
He's turned it off. You're
Ram it up your fucking arse.
Oh no, Michelle, a fool and money are easily parted again.
Okay, that's basically the end of that.
Right, go on, let's go on to the next clips. God, this has been a long morning already. Dave was dance. EQ. Why is it? Oh, when EQ came into it. Is that why you're laughing, Kirsty? I didn't see that bit. Guys, can we keep sharing the live, tapping the screen? Come on, I'm not asking for no gifts today whatsoever. I do not want to profit on any of this. I've just muted. Okay, all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Me privately.
Courtney messaged Corey asking if he wanted to put a donation in a bank or the GoFundMe.
And she said, oh, I've had loads of messages to message you. Did you want to donate to the GoFundMe or did you want to donate to me personally through my bank? And I said it's already on the GoFundMe ages ago.
Oh. I've never sent money personally, guys.
The only reason I promoted that for a while is in that live when I was cam 2 in it, right? When I was cam 2 in that live, I said, no, what's her name went in there? What was her name, Alex? And she gave it the setup, bro. I forgot her name. She went in there and said, look, I can provide you the setup, I'll give it to you free, blah, blah, blah. So at that point then I said, how can I help? And everyone was in my comments going, oh my God, there's a GoFundMe app. So I said, guys, don't send me any gifts. Everyone go donate £1. So I was pushing the GoFundMe under the belief that she needed that money for something. I didn't care what she needed it for.
That's what I mean. To be fair, does anyone really care?
But to up the amount on the GoFundMe and then to message me privately. I said to Lottie yesterday, I said, Lottie, this is weird. She went, oh no, she just messaged you just to make sure.
People do put GoFundMe's up for and that people do that.
Guys, no, Tats, we try and get to 30.
Nice people out the money for them fair enough, but not for a fucking.
Yeah, the GoFundMe has been paid.
I generally think her head's up her ass and that she's taking advice from people and there's something gone wrong here, but I don't think this. I think the women's trying to get a petition out across the app and I think it really needs to go out and I hope that it's not destroyed.
James, the greatest respect.
And I didn't get them wrong either, sorry.
Because how many, there's like one price on hand here, I'm sure there's like fucking 5,000 and Angie's not 5,000. You can see if you like.
I think maybe that might happen. She's not thinking straight. I don't know. She's a grieving woman. She's not thinking straight.
Line, Michelle, you know, you've got a kid there, like you said, you're not going to let them get bullied online. Nobody wants children to lose their life to bullying.
Okay. Okay, Courtney and her partner have their say and clear things up on Delusive Angie's platform about the GoFundMe. There's another one of this as well.
Well, can I just say this again? And I hate to say it, but credit where credit's due. Andrea held a brilliant live.
Guys, please, can you copy and paste that into Google? That is the petition. I
know people might be like, well, Andrew would be doing it for views or gifts or whatever, but I just think she held the room very respectfully yesterday. And I'm just going to give credit where credit's due for the third time this morning.
Yeah. I'm not being funny. They're going to sit there and attack me over what they believe to be scamming with this GFM, when actually, did they stop to think that, you know, this GFM was actually for a very good cause to support other people who were grieving and going through a lot of difficulties that need somewhere to go to talk to. Yeah, it's good things. However, they don't seem to complain when that money's going towards them, do they? For their what exactly? For what? What is it they actually have going on?
You know, could be for their gaming room. Apparently we're making a gaming room out of this.
Oh, apparently so. I fucking hate gaming, and my partner will tell you that. I can't stand it. My ex-husband does far too much.
In fact, she hates gaming that much. She traded.
Can I just say something though?
PlayStation.
I just have to call out that a little bit. Pause it, Fraser. I don't want to be mean to the mother in any way, shape or form, but I just have to call out that tiny bit of a lie because I'd be a hypocrite to myself if I didn't. She says she doesn't like gaming, but then if you go on her page, she says, "Come with me while I'm playing GT. Come live with me while I play games," and she's gaming on live.
And I think, and listen, if you're trying to raise awareness of billing, I don't think GTA is the game you want to play, if I'm honest.
And she says, "Come and watch my live. I'm a gamer." And she says she don't like gaming, but I just think that's a bit of a contradiction. So the only thing I can pull the woman upon is just that little bit there, because she did a whole live gaming. That's the only thing I was just a bit confused about. But that's it. I've got no bad word to say about the woman. The daughter was a gamer. Maybe she's doing it for a daughter. Then I don't know.
Regardless of whether it is, I think how they dealt with that to gain what they wanted to gain. I think there was, you know, I don't think they thought that through, and I think they made rapid decisions without thinking about it and processing it properly.
That's what I mean.
I'll repeat it.
We'll open the boxes in about 15 minutes, guys.
I'm doing my own thing. I want to do my own thing.
Susan, let's just have a round of applause while you continue to discuss it. It's disrespectful and distasteful. Did you say that to Delusive last night when she did it? Did you go into everyone else's rooms and do it last night? I think I've been flipping well more than respectful this morning. And if one more person says I'm not being disrespectful, I think I'm the only person that I've said no gifting as well. So please don't come in and say I'm being disrespectful, because I've been the most respectful I can possibly be. But obviously it is a talk of the app. People are discussing it. I do run an FYP show, so I am going to talk about it. But I think I've been very, very, very respectful this morning.
Listen, don't let those people wind you up. The whole point that we said when we were coming to do this was to continue to push this petition, because this petition is one of the most important things. Okay? All right. Listen, I'll be honest with you. If the mother doesn't want it on the app, then social media, unfortunately, is one of those things. What we're trying to do is turn something round, okay, that went somewhere that, you know, that it went last night. And we're trying to push this petition because both me and Gossip Girl and I'm sure all the mods, okay, will push this petition. And listen, this petition has been copied and pasted in this chat for people to continue to push this petition regardless. If you don't want to watch it, I'm very sorry. Please, you know, you can block, you can leave, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
What I will not be pushing is the GoFundMe, though, but what I will be pushing is still the petition. Because the petition is at the forefront of everybody's mind.
Yes.
No matter what's going on yesterday, the petition should still be at the front of everyone's mind. It doesn't matter what's going on yesterday, the petition still needs signing, and it still needs to get to Parliament, it still needs 100k. That is the main thing in all of this. I'm not going to do the GoFundMe, I'm not going to tell anyone to go over, do any GoFundMes ever on my platform, because GoFundMes are tricky. But all I'm going to say is, if there's a petition, or is there any way that I can help, just know I'm going to do it, but sign the petition, and that's the end of that one.
That's it.
I'm not saying it.
I think what people are saying, which is disgusting, is saying that you're using this is how I also see it, using your daughter's death to gain money.
I'd like to see some people come and say that to my face and see what happens.
Oh, so would I.
And I'm not saying that is the case. That's just
this is what surprises me, Angie, right? Because some of these big creators have been coming to me and telling me, oh, you were a clout chaser, you insult people like me, you don't care about this, that, and the other. And yet, throughout the entire time, me and you have never spoken. This is the first time, am I right, with me and you here. You've been backing me up and you don't even know me.
No.
And you've stated, Jay, fair enough, you're not sure about the GFMs, but
however, I'm not going to say calling anyone a scammer, because unless you've got evidence of that, I'm not going to sit and say, well,
credit where credit's due.
She's right.
Credit. Sorry, I had a lump in my
She's
throat.
right. She's absolutely right.
But now I can see why they've been saying what they've said about you, because you're sat here defending the truth, and that there is what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, she's honest.
Exactly. Exactly, you're saying it.
I didn't know that.
Come on, receipts. Unless you've got receipts, you just don't know, okay, because you've upped it. So, yeah, that could be for whatever reason. I think they should have gone to you first and asked.
Yeah, they should have. They should have, because now what we've got here is a load of people insulting grieving parents, saying that we're using our daughter for this, that, and the other. I'm sorry, but that is absolutely vile.
That's a pearl in the box, and that's up to you. I'm not going to put it in the
No, not really, because I
Please, I appreciate it, but please, no roses. Thank you.
in a situation that I shouldn't have been in at all.
And I'm
So
sorry
that's
about
what she's done.
And we will
Realistically,
still promote the
it's
petition.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. That is another thing, right? If this was about the money side of things, the GFM, in my life, you would have seen the GFM in my background. Instead, I've got the petition in my background, you know? And so many people have actually asked us if we've got a GFM. And that is the only time that I will sit and state, yeah, we've got one and this is what it's for. But nobody has to donate. I say it so many times.
Yeah.
Nobody is forced to gift, to donate. All we ask is that people push this petition. And the other thing I will state is that some of these big content creators, from what I've now seen for tonight, they're quite happy to sit and bully a grieving mum. So they must be feeling threatened about this.
And this is what I said. If they have questions, first of all, they should come to you.
I
However,
don't
they're
know
not
if
done
it's
it,
a
but not
case
just
of
that.
bullying. I don't know if it's a case of bullying. I think they were just trying. I don't want to anything to do with personal questions about the family or anything like that. I kind of find that weird why you're asking her. But when it comes to the GoFundMe, I think everyone has a right to ask.
Somebody's asked me to go back. Hang on.
You don't even
I
know
think
me.
you have a right to ask. If you're sweating girls, that's fine. I'll
About
do it.
the GFMs, but
Yeah.
what you
However, I'm not going to say it.
Jane, in fact, she hates gaming that much. She traded, for example, her Xbox in so I could have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's how much she doesn't like it.
And just to clarify,
like I said,
by the
I'll
way,
repeat, on the side of me,
Yeah.
I've said, I'll repeat it. I'm doing my own thing. I want to do my own thing. That's it.
Keep pushing the petition through the chat, guys.
That's separate.
And I think what people are saying, which is disgusting, is saying that you're using your. This is how I also see it: using your daughter's death to gain money.
I'd like to see some people come and say that to my face and see what happens.
Oh, so would
And
I.
I'm not saying that is the case. That's just
No, you actually, this is what surprises me, Angie, right? Because some of these big creators have been coming to me and telling me, oh, you were a clout chaser, you insult people like me, you don't care about this.
I'm going to say, but people saying about being, I don't think anyone bullied her.
No, I don't believe anyone bullied her.
I don't think anyone bullied her. I'll be honest, I don't think she was bullied. I don't think Pearl, Mother Teresa, or Dan in those level bullied her. I think people were going to run with things previously before this.
Do I think it could have been handled a bit differently? Yes.
Yes.
But this is just the way drama talk goes sometimes.
Listen, hindsight, and everyone will say this in life, hindsight is a wonderful fucking thing.
Yeah.
It was
Nobody
a
knows
wonderful
what's
thing.
going to happen in the moment.
And
Nobody knows.
I think that, you know, there are certain things that they could have done better and have gone a better way, but I don't feel that at any point she was bullied. And if she, let's be honest about it, if she didn't want, she can answer whatever question she wants to answer at the end of the day.
You're just condoning the behaviour. She's done nothing wrong. Denny, I ain't condoning nothing. Have you heard me all this morning? Guys, I wish some of you come halfway through, you hear a snippet and you don't fucking know the facts. I've not condoned anything this morning.
Yeah, don't take a snippet and run with your own narrative, because that's not fair. That's not what we've
I haven't
done.
condoned fuck all this morning.
You know, and listen, people are gonna side with whatever side they want to side, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, it's absolutely fine. If you want to side with one thing and you see that thing, then that's absolutely fine, right? You're entitled to your own opinion and how you see and work things. Okay. And she will sadly listen. You can say a comment on someone will say a comment about you on here, and those people that follow them will bully you, and or they will send you messages. They will go at you. That's what happens. And that's really fucking sad. It really is. But the whole point of why we're trying to push this petition as well, still, is the fact that maybe we can educate. Maybe if we educate people enough of bullying, which includes transphobia, which includes racism, which includes hatred, speech hatred, and everything along those lines, body shaming, that we can then maybe one day teach those kids that come up into college, that come up into workplace, that come up all the way through, that bullying is not the way to go forward.
100%, I stand by that.
And that's not the way. And the flags that were raised that people have seen is the fact that they were trying to possibly run before they could walk. And this is kind of overshadowing the point of that whole petition. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and yet, the entire time, me and you have never spoken. This is the first time, am I right, with me and you here. You've been backing me up and you don't even know me.
No.
And you've stated, Jake, fair enough, you're not...
I will say the way that she comes across, the way she comes across, I think it can be deemed as overly aggressive, because I think she's very...
It's a touchy subject.
It's
a touchy subject, right? It's speaking about her daughter. Her daughter's, like I say, it's just I don't know. We might all react the same.
Well, let's be honest about it. How many of you people here with kids, your parents? How many people that you have nieces and nephews, if you unfortunately aren't able to have children or foster, that have said that you will go to the ends of the earth for your children? So this woman, regardless if their child is here or not, will still do what she needs to defend.
Don't even get me started. Even when people even mention my children online, mate, I'm aggressive to fuck. I'm sorry, like, these are my babies.
You know, and I think that's what it is. And I mean, these things come to light after the petition. If people had seen it before and maybe done their own research and looked at it, they might have seen it.
People might not have pushed out the GoFundMe, but I do believe on every platform that petition would have still been pushed out.
You know?
And I believe every creator would have stood by that position no matter what. Just the petition, maybe not the GoFundMes, but I do believe every platform would have stood by that petition.
And let's be honest, and then also let's be honest about it. As parents of teenage children, sometimes and sadly, children will only let us see what they want us to see.
That is also true.
Children will only show you signs when they want to show you signs.
And I do believe, though, as well, when it comes to GoFundMe, people do have a right to question where their money's gone.
Yes, yes.
You do have a right to know where your hard-earned money's gone. Nothing to do with any of the family life or anything. The petition is the petition and the GoFundMe is separate. When it comes to the GoFundMe, I think everyone has a right to know where their hard-earned money's gone. But I don't think anyone has a right to question it or anything else.
And you know, and listen, everyone can turn around and say Delusive Angie was the wrong place to go. Sometimes, yes it is. Yes, it is. She had, you know, but I think how she dealt with it was in a better way than I think people expected. And listen, if you're in this circle of TikTok, and you have an opportunity to get that person in the box, I'm going to honestly say I don't think there's many people that wouldn't say no.
Well, let's get on with these clips.
Sure about the GFMs, but
however, I'm not going to say calling anyone a scammer because unless you've got evidence of that, I'm not going to sit and say, well, we use it for other things either.
Exactly, but now I can see why they've been saying what they've said about you because you're sat here defending the truth, and that there is what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, she's honest.
Exactly. Exactly. You're saying
Unless you've got the seats, you just don't.
I'm just gonna state this again. Twitch is not just a gaming platform. It is not just a live gaming platform. It really isn't. There are cooking shows on there. There are Pokemon shows on card stuff on there.
She's saying she's defending the truth, and I will just have to say this: we don't know what no truth is.
Listen, no one can turn around and say what would have happened.
Wrong.
We can't look forward to say what would have happened.
Don't know, okay, because you're up to it. So, it could be for whatever reason. I think they should have come to you first and asked.
Yeah, they should have.
Live.
They should have, because now what we've got here is a load of people insulting grieving parents, saying that we're using our daughter for this, that, and the other. And I'm sorry, but that is absolutely vile.
Now got Pearl in the box, and that's up to you.
Not really, because I could rip her head off if I'm honest. Pearl, you've royal.
I don't agree with the
I shouldn't have been in.
Say that again.
I don't agree with saying she's going to rip her head off, but
No, not at all.
I do appreciate
on these ways.
about the money side of
There should be no
In
threats.
my life, you would have seen the GFM in my background. Instead, I've got the petition in my background. You know.
Sonny, pause this a minute. I've got hold of you now while you're in the room. Sonny Sharkey, is that your name? You are a mix-up person. Don't send me a rose, because the other day you was in here, right? You're very mix-up, you are. You was in here telling Angie that I wanted war. Then you were saying to me, Angie wanted war with me. Then you went over to Angie's room and you were saying Gigi wants war with you. You're very mix-up, Sonny. I'm watching you, Sonny. Got my eyes on you.
No, there's eyes everywhere.
Got my eyes on you. I saw what you did the other day. Very mix-up in the comments.
Listen, I'm not going to address Alex and Hayley because I don't think it's right to address them. I'll be honest.
They felt the way they felt.
You can't invalidate how somebody else feels. You can't invalidate that. That's how somebody is feeling.
What?
You know, and listen, no one should ever question transitioning. No one should ever it's all, this is about continuing continuing the petition. It's about continuing the petition. It's continuing something that I think every person that has a child in their life, be it a niece, nephew, son, daughter, or a cousin that's had any form of bullying, right? I think that is what needs to be done. I think that's the whole thing of it. You know.
So many times. Nobody is forced to gift, to donate. All we ask is that people push this petition. And the other thing I will state is that some of these big content creators, from what I've now seen for tonight, they're quite happy to sit and bully a grieving mum. So they must be feeling threatened about this.
And this is what I said. If they have questions, first of all, they should come to you. However, not just that, they could have gone down in a different way, not screaming in your face. I didn't like that.
No, and I think some of them should be careful as well, because some of the stuff that they've done could actually be classed as malicious communication and harassment. So just a warning. I've already got 2 little shits that have done that in trouble with the law. I will quite happily do it again. So be very careful, because I've got the evidence I need already. It's getting sent to me all the time.
Exactly.
I mean, do you know Tori? She wants to come in, but I won't put her in if you don't want her in.
I don't fully know Tori. If she's here to start berating me and giving me another round too.
She's not, but I won't put her in.
Go for it, yeah?
Okay, I don't know. Well, she wasn't here. Where's she gone?
If anyone's going to be screaming in my face, it's not me.
No, I'm not going to put anybody in that, because everyone has been supportive of you tonight, to be fair, over here this way anyway.
Yeah.
What's that?
Angel's put 45k likes in the thing, and I'm like 50k. 50k likes, come on guys. Right guys, in a minute, have we got any other clips to play, or is it...
I don't know, I will look.
Yeah. I've got, she's not here, I don't know where she is. I just think it's, at the end of the day, people need to make up their own minds. There's no evidence of anything. And stop listening to hearsay. People are going by hearsay.
Exactly.
And this has come out of the mother's mouth, which it hasn't, she's a grieving woman. And go about things in a different way. You don't have to be screaming in someone's face. And at the end of the day, she's still grieving.
Exactly. And that's what some of the people that have been they've not been in my situation. They're not the ones that found their child the way that I've done. And to those parents that have lost children, my heart goes out to them. But we are not in any way bothered by any form of financing whatsoever. This is not our goal. Our goal is to criminalise the act of bullying, to make schools safer for our children. I'm not doing this for my child. She's gone. I can't protect her anymore, can I? But I don't want other parents being in my situation, in our situation. It's as simple as that.
And is that what, if you don't mind me asking, is that what the GoFundMe is?
The GoFundMe was for a podcast. So that I could sit there in Willow's memory and help other people, which is what she would want to do. She did nothing but,
I don't feel that's a right thing to say.
What did she say? I just missed it. Linda, please no gifts, please. I appreciate it, but
if you don't mind me asking, is that what the GoFundMe is?
The GoFundMe was for a podcast. So that I could sit there in Willow's memory and help other people, which is what she would want to do. She did nothing but, while she was alive, was help and support.
I think she would wanted to help and support people that were going through what she was going through, but I don't feel that. I don't feel that you can say that she would want to do a podcast. She would have wanted to create something that would have that lasting legacy. I don't feel that is something you can say. I think that's a very broad thing to say.
What did she say again? Sorry, I was reading the comments.
All right, stop reading the comments.
So that I could sit there in Willow's memory and help other people, which is what she would want to do. She did nothing but, while she was alive, was help and support people. And so what I wanted to create was a podcast for people who have been grieving, for those with mental health difficulties, for those that are being bullied, for people that wanted a safe community to have support, get their stories out there.
And I think that's what she means, is that she wants something to be created.
She knew her child better than anyone else. So she knows what her child might have wanted or not wanted. What do we know? I know it's a broad statement to say, but she knew her child the best.
I think the biggest thing out of all of it is that, again, is the petition. We're not going to talk about transitioning or anything like that. That's not the right place.
Can we keep the comments respectful and just
validated, to be heard? Yeah. There is not enough of this. It was nothing more than to help people, nothing to do with gaming, can't bloody stand it, nothing to do with trying to make tons of money and stuff like that. It was nothing more than to support people. And what I'm going to do now, just to prove that, I'm still going to go through with my podcast. And we're not going to be having any GoFundMes. We're not going to be having any donations, nothing like that. And to be honest with you, I'm going to turn my gifts off when they're unrestricted because TikTok has restricted them, just to prove the point.
Can I just question this bit? Sorry, pause it. I don't really want to question it because I feel so bad. But you know, if your gifts are restricted, you know, when you're in a box, can you still get gifted?
No, you have to restart your live.
Oh, so her gifts aren't restricted though, other than.
So it depends how long you get. It depends how long your gift restriction is.
Because she said she's got a gift restriction, but she's getting.
So it all depends. It can be for that live, or it can be for a period of time.
Oh, I don't know, but it's all right. It's not my business, mate. If people want to gift her, each to their own. I just wanted to clarify the gifting thing. I don't know how it works when you get a restriction on gifting. I've never.
I couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
But if they're then trying to help other children, then I don't think you should let them, let them kind of get away with, do what if you need donations and it's for children.
She can get gifted, she just can't withdraw. There you go.
All right, I get it.
What you should do, do you know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's all it's about, is to help.
It's just the first day when the people were in the boxes, and I even said, I'm not going to lie, and I did say it's a petition against bullying, and I was saying, but you do have bullies in the box.
I do as well,
in the box. It's something I'm not going to lie, I did say, but however, I did put that aside.
Angie also made another comment, which I'm not going to bring up on here. It's not the place to do it.
No, go on. What did Angie say?
She was on about that maybe it was more close to home, the bullying.
It was more close to. Oh well, that's a bold statement.
That was the day before. But listen, regardless of whatever it is and how it is, the most important thing that comes out of this, and no one's to question any journey, no one's to question anything like that. The biggest thing is that this petition still goes. That petition still goes forward and still gets pushed out for all those children that get bullied. It's not even children, man. It's not even children. It's to stop it.
I know. Hey, just keep pushing that petition through the chat, guys.
That's,
Lynn, I, for whatever reason Angie's doing this, I just know that Angie held a really good live last night, and I can't really say anything other than that she held a good live. I don't know what her intentions are. I don't really care what her intentions are, to be fair. She just held a really good live. Angie was slated the day before.
Yeah, she did. I said that, but that's.
There's a link in the comments, guys. If people are asking how you sign the petition, people put in the link in, copy and paste it, and send it. Or go to Courtney's page. She's got the link in her bio.
I think.
No, I don't think Angie's gift was off, but do you notice that's for every other creator? I just know that I do not want to be gifted by playing any of these clips.
No, Angie's gifts went off because she had not gone off live. So she hadn't done it, and then they came in. Listen, regardless of how we see this, and regardless of whatever people's opinions, or how it is, everybody has a right to, feel how they feel. You do not have to gift. But my as a parent, my thing is to say, please sign the petition.
All I know is I don't personally want to. If I'm playing any of these clips, I do not want to be profited off the back of it.
You can't switch your gifts off halfway when you're on your live. You just cannot do it. You have to do it before you go.
You can do the right thing. You can put up a banner like I have, or you can say, please do not give me during this live.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's very important that this petition listen, whatever way anybody sees it, and opinions, I don't think this live is about trying to regain that focus onto a petition. You don't have to gift the GFM. You don't have to gift them. Gifting is a choice, is an option. Okay, all right.
She's got more than nearly 15,000 signatures. She's got.
It's amazing the traction that it's done, and let's remember that she didn't come to Drama Talk. People went over to there, okay? This was never a side that I don't think she intended to come. She just knew with social media you can gain more traction than you can just sitting on one platform. They need... So, Angie, they need... any petition needs 100,000 signatures, right, to do it. And if you go on there, you can actually send it to your local MP as well.
You need 10,000 for the MPs to look at it. You need 100k to go to Parliament.
Yeah.
So she got her 10k for them to look at it, to read it, and then you need 100,000 to go to Parliament.
You know, and I think that, like I said before, I think the issue is the fact that they refused free equipment to start and be able to do that, and I think they made rash or uneducated decisions, and I don't think they were supported in the way that they could have been to help maybe build that charity, to build that podcast, and to push like that, you know. And listen, at the end of the day, it's not just a grieving mother and her partner. Their child had a father as well, and they had uncles, aunties, so they're all grieving for that loss.
Right, shall we get these clips out of the way?
This is the last one I'm going to play, I think.
Is there no more?
There is, but I think it's I'll be honest with you, there's no real. It's basically the same things, just different clips.
All right, 55k. We might open some boxes then.
You know. Please listen. If you're coming up in the boxes, please be respectful. Okay. If you want to come up, you're more than you're welcome.
Just request after this clip.
I thought, no, I'm going to get people to sign their petition, because that's the
Exactly. I mean, I had a few people that were messaging me about it, and at the time, the night that this went above and beyond what we had expected, to me at the time, these big creators were coming across so kind of supportive and pushing it out there. I thought, well, how could they be bullies? They're coming out of their way to help, and I didn't even know them. They didn't know me. We've never done lives like this before. We don't know TikTok the way some of you big creators do, because we don't use it like that. We just, just scroll.
Yeah. But I can say also, before when I came on, all I heard was, "Oh my God, this woman's a scammer." I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, the same people, But then I realised, wait a minute, there's more to it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I thought. There was evidence of this, and there's just no evidence of it.
If we were scamming, we would have kept that money.
And that's
as well. If it's alright to mention it, it's literally been 2 days. We've not even had a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
There's not even been a single chance. It can't even come out into any account or anything. So, there's not been time. So we can't even proceed. We can't even do anything with it.
Exactly.
So we can just have it all back. We don't need it anymore. You can just have it all back.
Yeah.
I think we played. I'm not here to do live, but yeah, I think we played the 2 main clips. It was a bit beyond about.
We've given it all back.
I'll keep going with it. I really would keep going on with it.
Yeah.
With this podcast that you're doing, and yeah.
Right, we'll time to share the vibe out.
Because it's a good cause.
It is a good cause. I mean, we have already issued that refund back to everybody, just because we don't want people sitting there thinking, the wrong thing. We're not going to have ourselves, I can't even think of the words, but.
Right, that's the end of that clip.
Right, guys. Right, they're the 2 main lives that everyone really wanted to know. I don't think we're going to play the other lives. Whatever. They were just the 2 main ones where it a bit of drama kicked off. I think that's what everyone wanted to see. But if anyone wants to get in the boxes, we'll open the boxes now for a good half an hour or so.
To answer your question, yes, she did turn down the offer of equipment.
She did, yeah. Does anyone want to get in the boxes request?
I mean, this must be a really awful thing having to do with just over a year of losing your child.
I don't know how she does it. She makes me want to cry.
And the donations have been paused and it has been reduced.
And she's refunded everybody. She's refunding everyone back through GoFundMe.
We've already, Emma. We've gone through the Hayley and Alex thing. I don't know what people want. What do you want from me with regards to Hayley and Alex? I've had comments in there saying Fraser calling out. Listen, I'm not calling out Hayley and I'm not calling out Alex.
No, but what we're calling them out.
There's nothing to call out. There's nothing.
Is it them having their opinion? Is this what we're calling out? I'm
not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all.
Is it because if they came on last night and brought this to the app, what are you wanting us to call out? I don't understand it. Like, what's the to it? actually call out who's in the box, guys. Please make sure you've got your heart me before you get in the box, because
They have done, in my opinion, they have done nothing wrong. I'm going to state that.
And their opinion might be different to how I've worded it, or their opinion might be different to how I see it, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion on this. I'm not going to say who's right or wrong in this situation on any platform.
There's no way on earth. I respect Alex. I respect Hayley. However they want to do things, that's their opinion, that's their views, and I have no right to comment or make a judgment on what they've done. There are people on here that have done far, far fucking worse, right, than being told the information and them saying it.
I just think we're all going to come on, we're all going to say how our point of view is, how we do things, but I just think this is my room, this is how I've worded it, this is how I've done it. This is just how it is. This is how me and Fraser have done it. If other people choose to do it different on that platform, that's up to them. If you've got a problem with it, you go to their room, you take it up with them. I'm not going to sit there having a problem with every creator and what they've done on their platform. That's down to them. But this is my room, this is my opinion, and this is Fraser's opinion.
And listen, if they did, and I'll be honest with you, if Hayley and Alex didn't bring the GFM or from their live, as we saw in the clip, to light, they would have been accused of being part of it. Regardless of whatever way they've done it, people would have still fucking gone at them, and they have done. And I respect both of them. I don't feel that they've done anything wrong at all.
Giving an opinion on how a mother should address her child is so. I guess you're gonna have to take that up with whoever you feel that is relevant to. That is not my issue. What my issue is, I've held my room this morning. That's just how my room is. And if you've got a problem with anybody else's room, please go to their room and say it in their room. I'm not getting involved in what other people have done in their life. I've said how I feel. I said my opinion on it. Fraser said his. That's just it. Oh, you did, but she blocked you. Oh, I don't know. I don't know then. Someone else is trying to get in the box. Right, does anyone want to get in the box? Does anyone want to have an opinion? You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, because, if no one wants to get on the box, can't get in the box unless you send a heart me. No, you can, but just because I've had a lot of trolls in the boxes, and I've had a lot of people that have said some things. I've had some very naked people in the boxes. So I generally only trust it. Joe, what do you mean? Wow. I'm letting you in. Trust it.
Yeah, I get that, but this is one of the issues that I get with, no offence, use English creators, no matter what it is. You will have gifts. So, I don't know you personally. This is the first time I've seen you live, but to get in the box, having to give a gift and all that to me is just, especially with a subject like this, because that you can control.
Do you know what it has been though in the past, right? And everybody knows me. I don't have a big gifting room. My gifts are little. I probably earn less than 5-6 quid a day. That's what it is. But in the past, I've let people in the boxes, and it's always been, you can get in my box, you can have your say. This is a very open room. I've let everybody have say from both sides whenever there's been a discussion. But I've just had some very rude people in the boxes.
Penny, I'm talking to the chat. Sorry, they want pennies build up, and when it's on the back of somebody who's lost an angel, and just because so-called leaders have dragged that woman through the coals.
Jerry, you also have to understand that at the beginning of live, treasure boxes were put up so people can also, if they need to or want to get in the box, there is there.
But they're all like, it's one coin for blah blah blah, right? But this is what I mean. Why should any coins be made after back stories like this?
I've said all live. I just do like a heart me in my room only because I know I've been trolled very relentless on this app.
So what's your point of coming up, Jerry, with regards to a 1 penny gift?
Let me let you were playing there on that. I feel it's absolutely savage the way that was handled yesterday. Hayley's comment, for instance. She was in being very big supporting in that a couple of days ago. She was well within her right to message off the app and say to Courtney what the worries were, who's guiding you this way, who said this, who said that, blah, blah, blah. There was very valid points to be made, but the way that was done, vile, disgusting, and I do pray that it happens to nobody that was involved in that, because that was absolutely horrific.
Everyone's entitled to opinion.
The so-called big creators, and they're such lovely people, and they come on, pick up their phone and get gifted 24/7, non-stop. It totally pays for their whole way of life now. and somebody's coming on and they've got stuff up for equipment for a podcast, and all of a sudden it's a big, massive deal. Bollocks.
Jury, can you understand some levels of points of view?
Yeah, I promise you this. I was live last night, and I said there was many valid points to get brought across. Many valid points. Now, I call a loss our angel. It's just what I do. People try to make it into a political thing, as if, but it was a gender. They're just worried about this whole gender stuff, and they're going on about that. And then
I
there's other
still
people.
feel it shouldn't be discussed, the gender.
It's got nothing to do with. It's got nothing to do with the cause. Unfortunately, the whole thing comes and stems around Brilliant. Regardless of whether
That's getting straight as I've been talking to Courtney. She's been coming in my lives. I'll go into her lives just because I'm not like everybody else and have to be in a box where 24/7 or.
No, agreed. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah, I'm talking to the chat there. Sorry, mate. The facts are there. I know the facts, and I know what the worries are as well. I've not even mentioned any GFMs in any sort of coverage I've done, and I've said this to Courtney. I know when it comes to GFM and TikTok, no, it doesn't go well. It never finishes well ever, unless you're one of these big creators. Then you can get a GFM for, I don't know, you burnt your boxer shorts when you farted too much, and you can get a full 10 grand set. Whatever you declare.
There's a lot of people in the comments saying, did you have your gifts on last night?
Oh, well, go and get me a receipt then that says that I had my gifts on. I don't put my gifts on.
People just asking, did you have your gifts on? Right.
Well, they can ask and they can do what they want. I'm not coming in here to appease to people like that who would willingly shoot down a woman just because certain creators said things. No, I don't put my gifts on.
Okay, so, but I think that when you look at this whole thing, if someone's turned down the opportunity of free equipment, good free equipment to start that podcast, right? Yeah. And then the financial changes in that, and the increase in the GFM, that in itself, people will, people have been stung on here. Highlander is one of them. Okay.
Oh, look, I dealt with that as well, mate. This is what I mean. People are just talking. So it was me who actually outed Highlander.
Yeah,
it was me.
that outed him.
Yeah, and Haley and all that were in my life. And did I have my gifts on then? No. And people are saying, why is he being so defensive? Well, all I've heard and seen on FYPs is that poor soul getting dragged through the coals after so-called big creators, and they think they're the big end-all and be-all in this app because they've got 250,000, whatever it is. I gave you my gifters, and they gifted you, and that's money that I could have had, and now it's lost forever. Oh, I'm not doing this again. People like Michelle. I gave 4 universes. Yeah, you do that every time, because you think that all the big creators are going to go, that's good, we need her in our community.
Yes.
Of course we did. That's what she done
I
that
don't
for.
think that's the case. I think Michelle, literally, she gifted that money out of the goodness of her heart.
Yeah, she
It's on her heartstrings.
She did, yeah.
But
She
what
did.
she said,
It's something that's impacted her. Something like that has impacted her personally, right?
Yeah.
So she done it out of the kindness of her heart, and I feel, and I think
can I
that's.
jump in quickly there? She said she sent them to get the live out, to push the live out, which it did. So what's a problem?
Yeah, I agree. It does. It will bring more people in because.
And
it comes across the
I think everyone talking about this GFM, which I'm with Judy, we went about TikTok, not even speaking about that, only about the petition. I think everyone focusing on this is taken away from the very important issue of the petition.
That's exactly what we've tried to say.
In the petition all morning. It's been in the comment section.
Brilliant.
We have that petition.
Gossip Girl, can I just say thank you, and is it Fraser? Sorry.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, because just before I came in, I was watching, and you said, let's push this petition, let's keep it going for the kids and in general, bullying in general, it's enough. And thank you, because you so far are the only 2 people that I've seen do that. Everybody else is doing this horrible, brutal stuff, Courtney.
I do believe Haley did say last night, let's keep pushing the petition.
No, Haley said last night she was stepping away from it, which I hope she's changed her mind.
But she did tell people to still sign it.
Yeah.
Gossip Girl, can I just say this because my heart's racing, and if I don't say it now, I'm going to drop.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
I cannot imagine what it's like to lose a child. I hope I never have to experience it. So
Yeah.
I can't put myself in that woman's position.
Yeah.
So my question is, you know, on her GoFundMe, is there like a bio where there's like a description for what she wants the money for? Can I ask that first? Because I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you know? I'm not too sure on the GoFundMe. I've never really looked at the GoFundMe because that was never my thing to really look at. I was just wanting to get the petition out there.
Yeah.
That's exactly with me. I did not bother with the GoFundMe stuff because.
So I
money
just
and TikTok
wanted, my point was, I just wanted to know, like, did she give a description of where the money was going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me state as well, both Hayley and Alex did state on the live to continue to push the petition. They did state that they still wanted to push that petition.
Okay, so
Good.
somebody said she states it's for a podcast. Now, please don't jump on me for this. That woman is grieving her child. Ollie or Willow, I'm not getting into that. She's grieving her child. She asked me for a €10 note to wipe her eyes with it. I'd give it to her. I mean, there's more things going on in the world, lads.
Yes.
If she asked for money for a podcast, people donated it. She didn't go into, you know, your bank account to take it out. She said it was for her podcast. Fair enough, people can have opinions that it was greed. She asked too much. I understand that. This woman is grieving, and I just feel, you know, it's made a huge deal, and I understand people are upset. I get all that, but for me, I just can't imagine the pain that woman's going through. And if that few bob helps her out, then so be it, you know.
That's why I'm feeling the exact same as you, obviously, because there was very valid points to be made and questions that could have been asked, but definitely knowing an app when you've got so many big creators in the one box and so many thousand people, and they were pointing out and saying things as if, and then going, but I'm not saying it's a scam. After the big speech about how this is wrong and how we've been dealt with this stuff before, and this is the last time I'm doing blah, blah, blah. They done all that and then went, but I'm not saying she's scamming. I'm not saying it's a scam. And then they were making mad cryptic tales to, we've got other receipts there that, oh, no, and things like that. When I'm thinking, Hayley, you were in there. Giving it the, we'll do this, we'll do that, and we can get this done and that done. Yet you couldn't go and message that woman privately and say, I've got some issues though about the GFM, and ask the questions. Why could she not have done that? Why did she have to go live and make it that way? She was in the live when her mods people started asking questions, blunt, horrible questions. Where's the money gone? Why is this?
I think in any GoFundMe, people, if you're donating that money, I think there is a certain level of transparency you need to have. I do agree.
I think so as well.
I agree.
I do agree with that. We've seen big charities hide where money's gone, and it's come back, and everyone's like, oh my god, you know. And I can see that. You've also got to understand, Jerry. 2 seconds, mate. You've also got to understand, I think, as well, is that, and I think this is another thing that people need to take into account. If you're doing a live that has 50, 60 people in, and you're pushing this petition, but all of a sudden having 4,000 people in there, and people throwing in their 2p's worth of what you need and what you don't need and how much it's going to be, then she's going to get, there will be a level of overwhelmingness of having that amount of people.
She's new to this though, and this is what I was saying. Like, how could Hayley's people that were saying we can help you, we'll help? How could they have not said, like, when we do GFMs or something like that? If it goes that way, we'll help you with this. We'll with this, because on this app it's very dodgy. You have to A, B, C, D. Nobody done that.
Sorry, Julie. I feel that Courtney has been overwhelmed by people, let's say the larger creators, coming in and maybe trying to be helpful, and she's following advice which maybe hasn't been the best. And because, see, the first live I was in, there was no mention of any GFM, none whatsoever. And I left and went and spoke about the petition, and then a little bit came out. So I feel as if, I don't know, I always just have to remember, like Judy said, and probably you have said too, she's a grieving mother.
Yeah, she is. And listen, her thought process and her decision making is going to be impaired.
Oh, Joe, did you want to say anything? Joe's in the box and Annette and just Nana. Guys, do you want to say anything?
Yes,
I'll jump down.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for coming
I'll,
up.
I'll,
Yeah,
just,
I'll leave you to speak first, but yeah, I'd like to jump in.
I'll jump out. Thank you very much for letting me in.
Jerry, nice to meet you.
Can I just say though, thank you very much for pushing the petition. Thank you, because I did very easy to just go, I'm not getting involved with it.
I want to jump down as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on.
Last thing, people on the app, I get it, especially when it's their money, it needs to be as transparent as possible. I've said this. There was some reasonable questions that could be, definitely had to be asked, but it was the manner in what it was done and how it was done. Now, if I had to come across the lives yesterday and didn't really know what was going on, I would think that woman had come on here and tried to scam everybody. That's what I would have took for it. I'd have been like, wow, somebody's scamming using their angel as a thing, because that's the impression that they gave out. And then they would say, but I'm not saying she's scamming. I'm not saying she's doing this. Too late for that now. You've
Why
made
is
that
it
out.
the GoFundMe that's being pushed in the petition?
Say it again.
Why is the GoFundMe being more pushed?
Nana,
That's
you
what I've
okay?
seen than the petition.
Yeah, I'm
See
absolutely
that?
fine, but I've got no voice, so I was waiting for everyone to.
I'll just jump out. That's perspective.
You say, go on then.
I
I've
know, I
not
was
seen
going
it.
to say, for me, I didn't even know what happened last night because I wasn't on, till later on. But for me, you can separate the two. So the
Yeah,
mum
100%.
has lost a child, which she is grieving for, and she's absolutely pushing out a petition for bullying, which is absolutely amazing. And anybody would keep pushing that, absolutely. But you have to separate the two. The GoFundMe has been put up, okay, at £3,500. Then when people have been offered a free equipment for a podcast and then offered for somebody the hardest to go and set it up for them, and then automatically from that it's jumped straight to 10k.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
for me,
Nobody
just
wants
one
to
minute,
give their
let me
opinion.
finish, please. Let me finish. So for me, you have to separate the two. The GoFundMe is completely different to the loss of a child. She's lost a child. No one should even question her or speak to her about that. That's her child and she's lost them. So that is completely different. But anybody on this app, I don't care who they are, you put a GoFundMe up for 3.5k and then you've offered the equipment and you refuse that and then you put it to 10k, anybody in their right mind is going to question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've said that.
100%.
So people need to stop going that people are going on at the mum for the petition and all that, because I've not heard anybody say about the poor child. She's no longer here. God rest her soul. And I'm sorry, but people are going to question about the GoFundMe. That's all I wanted to say. Regardless of whatever goes on in this world, people are going to ask. It's not even a little jump. It's from 3.5k to 10.
100%, Nana.
So for the money, that means you lose the heart then? Because there's money involved?
Absolutely not.
Then
But
so why
people
can't-
have been generous.
Julie,
Let me finish.
other people on this app that have lost children, including myself, I lost my daughter to
Can you just
suicide
listen to what I'm saying? I don't want to jump.
because of bullying.
Please.
Right, listen to what I'm saying. Nobody, my heart goes out to this woman. God forbid anybody loses a child. And for bullying, it's fucking disgusting. Nobody in this lifetime should be losing a child for bullying. The petition should be kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
Right, can I just reply to that then, Nana? See, the fact of the matter is, so because there's money involved and because it's jumped up and down, which is agreed with you, because it should be obviously be questioned about that. But do you agree then that gone live in front of 5,000 people and getting streamed left, right, and centre, knowing it's going to go all the FYP, is the way you'd go about it? Or maybe
But
private
sorry,
message?
can I just say, right? You, me, can agree to disagree, or I agree with you. We can all sit here and say that. We can all sit here and say it shouldn't have been done like that. It shouldn't have come on in here. They could have messaged the mum. Absolutely, we can all sit here and say that. But then at the same time, we can't change that. We can't change what was done. So if anybody has got questions, it should be the mum to Hayley and Alex. Nobody else. But what I'm trying to say is, when people are raising concerns because a GoFundMe's been put from 3.5, I mean, listen, we was pushing for a lady that's got a Down syndrome girl, and all she was asking, and a heart condition, and all she was asking for £500 towards a car because the car's been taken off her. We was pushing that, and I had people questioning me because it was pushed out on mine just for £500. So people are always going to question, no matter the amount. But when it jumps from 3.5k and you've been offered the equipment, and then it jumps to 10k, people are always going to ask.
Yeah, I've said this. I've said this. I don't understand why, when you've been offered it, that
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing here.
I'm not focused on the wrong thing. I'm trying to separate the two, Jory.
Right, but you're separated it now. We get the gist.
I'm jumping. That was my opinion, JJ.
Thank you.
Bye.
Listen, I agree to the level, but it doesn't. Yeah, but Julie, it doesn't. Having those people having those questions, it doesn't take away from the heart that you have, and to show the sympathy for that.
Okay, then what about the heart? Then I think you can just jump straight into life, ask that question, and worry straight out, blunt as can be, instead of going privately or taking it to these so-called big creators who was quite fast to reach out and come into life, Hayley's Comet, and talk, and we'll do this and we'll get that done and this done.
Would they have answered the question? Would they have answered that question if Hayley? How do you know?
Because somebody's speaking to her and she answers your questions.
No, definitely not. Sorry.
Can I just speak, please? I think.
How did you just know that?
Wow. I mean, you're not something.
Absolutely heartless. Absolutely heartless.
Nobody's
The news from yesterday is absolutely savage. Just because money's involved now, that mob there think that they can drag that woman in as if they've got the divine right to get her into her boats and tear her apart like that. And you think that's okay because there's money involved. You are twisted, real people, man.
Calm down a bit, Jerry.
They would rather have them for doing nothing. They come on and pick their phones up and go live and gift them for that. And somebody's asking for equipment and makes mistakes. And you are all, no. And the woman's lost a bloody angel. And because she didn't get perfectly by the book. Oh, wow. People give some people make as much money as half this poor woman's lost as she's possibly.
No, Judy, please.
And let Tracy talk.
You know, confusing, Judy. People offered to give her the equipment and she point blankly turned it down.
Guys, how did that turn so west then?
Well, if somebody had offered me the equipment, I'd say, yeah, please give it to me. Please come and show me how to do it. I'd be grateful. Leave the money. I want the equipment. Don't want it, Nanny, like you did.
Listen,
it's just Nana, okay. Just Nana, come back in the box, please. Guys, if they have to drop somebody, just let Nana in the box, please.
But I just want to say, right, Jory, that's bang out of order, and I'll tell you why. Because you're assuming that everybody in these boxes are just concentrating on the money when they're not. My heart and everybody's heart goes out to that woman who has lost a child, and we would do everything in our power to push that petition. I've signed it. I've asked everybody in my room to sign it. All of us has asked for them to sign it. What I'm saying is you have to separate the two. So do not say that any of us give a shit about money. It's not about that. People are always going to question, but nobody in this room and nobody has ever questioned that woman's grief or talked on that as if it's down to that. It's not. This woman's lost a child. We will push that petition. I will push it every day for a goddamn God forever.
100%.
So it's not fair that you've come up here and said that none of us have got a heart and we give a shit about this little girl, because we do. And that mum, our heart goes out to her.
100%.
So it needs to stop.
Definitely.
If you get back in the box, Jerry, please be respectful. Just Nana has one of the biggest hearts on this platform.
There's no money
for her or anything like that.
Can you know what's going on? There's no money on this earth. If it was millions and millions, it's not going to stop that poor woman from breathing. But
Jerry, please be respectful.
It's got to be done in a way.
Jerry, please be.
Yeah, it's because she wasn't letting me speak. I knew she was going to dip after she said what she said, and then I would obviously not get my chance.
I've got no voice, Jory. I've got no voice.
Not well at the moment.
Me. Can I just say, if that's what you're claiming, Nana, and that's the point, then Why did I not see it anywhere, even for you?
No, just Nana has pushed it out there. She has asked people.
Are you
I know, I
joking?
mean, no, right, no, I mean, why have you come in and Tracy come in and started, oh, but there's money.
Hold on a
it has
minute.
to
I
be-
haven't come in and said anything. My first thought and my first thing that came out of my mouth was, my heart goes out to that woman who has lost a child to bullying. I never went straight. You are putting words in people's mouths, Jory, and that is dangerous. Everybody in this room, our heart. You're saying nobody's got a heart, but everybody in this room has got a heart. Everybody cares for this woman that has lost a grieving child. How dare you say that any of us do not have a heart?
And you cannot think for 1 second that you've got all this sympathy and compassion and empathy, but you cannot see why nobody went to her quietly and pointed these things out in case it wasn't.
I can sit here and say to you it was wrong. I can sit here and say to you it's right. But am I going to change that? Why do you need? Why is it so important then, Jerry? Why is it so important that you want me to say it was wrong or right?
Please no shouting, or you're just going to get.
No, but tell what the answer then, because you're too scared to go to the people who shouldn't have been. That's why you're too scared of the people in the boxes.
I'm scared of Alex and Ailey. Are you joking? You are now turning it around to Alex and Ailey. I don't give a shit at all.
Alex,
I'm judging on what I see last night. That's what I'm going on. I'm not jumping up here and telling everybody else, you haven't got a heart, it's all about money. No, I haven't said that. I've asked people to separate the two and keep pushing out the petition. But for some unknown reason, you want me to comment on what Hayley and Alex did. I don't want to talk about them. I don't give a shit. What I care about is this petition get pushed out still.
Fucking hell, Nana. Can I talk?
Can I say
respectful?
Say something.
Jury, Nana came up, right, and she stated.
Yeah, I was in the box. I was in the box.
Yeah. So it said there are two separate things, and that's the whole thing. There are two separate things. Doesn't make anyone less empathetic.
The thing is, mate, it happened though. It did happen. It's all right you're sitting here now in hindsight talking about it. But what happened yesterday was absolutely horrific. Right. And it was all because of money. And my point is, like I said in here, everybody's got valid points and reasons. But did you have to go live in front of all these idiots and start pointing and pushing?
But why is it so important, Jory, for you to have people's opinion on that? Can I ask then? You're asking me about a woman.
Shut up, man. Is that all you do?
You shut up.
You shut up. Shut up. Please don't tell her.
You're asking me not to
You're asking us to comment on Hayley and Alex. Why is it so important, Jory, for you to have that done?
You still bother me in the slightest. You were too scared to take on the people that dragged that poor woman.
I don't give a shit. I'm not too scared of anybody. I can tell you that right now, Jory. You have a lot to say.
I think I'm still watching you.
Right,
no,
so, hang on.
You're just so rude.
Everybody here. Right, Jeremy, I'll go and get Alex and Hayley in and you can say what you want to them. That's got nothing to do with just Nana.
100%.
But this is what he wants me to do. Gigi, this is what he wants me to do. I've come up here and I've separated the two. I've had my opinion on what went on last night. He wants me to have an opinion on Alex and Ailey. He wants me to say it's wrong or it's right. Why do I have to have an opinion on that?
You don't have to have an opinion. And like I said, I'm not gonna have my view and opinion on neither
Alex.
Alex.
He can piss off. All he wants is people to go at Ailey and Alex. That's what he wants from now on. It's not even now. I feel like it's not even now about fucking the petition or the GoFundMe. It's what he wants me to say on Alex and Ailey, and I won't say it. What the fuck is he doing?
I don't get it. I don't see what he's achieving from it, because there was
I'm personally, right, let me tell you now, I'm personally not going to continue speaking about this. I'm going to, like we spoke about it earlier, me personally, I'm not going to speak about it no longer. But all I want to say to juries, when you're pointing fingers at people and saying, oh, they should have gone to their mum quietly and stuff, people did, but that was blocked. I've had about 14 people have been blocked from asking just a simple question. I have donated. Can I speak, please? Yeah. I've literally, people have said, right, I have donated money. Where is the money? How come it's been raised? And was instantly blocked. So when people have gone to the mother and asked the questions, at the end of the day, there was blocked. So why the hell would people then think, you know what, we're going to go and ask the mum? Because we're just going to be blocked as well. So to protect ourselves and protect our communities, we had to go live with it because we was getting spam shared the lives 24/7 every time the woman went live, and that's all I'm saying it on. So when you point the finger and you want to say this person to blame, this person to blame, we're all fucking, you know, we're all human. Mistakes can be made from time to time, right? But where you're saying to people no one should be questioning it, you can't tell people that's donated money when from someone that's not donated money to question it or not. You know what I mean? If you haven't donated yourself, you can't question someone that's donated. And that's where the difference is here. I think we all need to now just, you know, for me, myself personally, I'm no longer talking about it because it's becoming a circus and people are using situations for their own benefit. Not about use, but about how generally across the app, you know.
Alex, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So someone stated that even Corey was blocked and he donated a large sum of money.
She blocked everyone. She came on my side. She said she blocked everyone because she didn't know who she could trust on the app and not trust. So she blocked everybody.
But that's the thing then. So how, if we're all getting blocked, how can we speak to him privately? And that's the question everyone needs to ask.
We have to trust her.
Yeah, and I think if you're being blocked, that will also raise more concerns for being blocked.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Morning, Alex.
Morning. I just personally don't want to speak about it no longer myself. For my own, you know, anyone else to do, they can do whatever they want. But for me, I didn't want to. After I initially went live with Hayley, I didn't want to speak to her about it ever since then. And people said, "Oh, you've done is non-stop speaking about it." Right. I've not gone live really for 2 days. Everyone knows this, right? Because I didn't want this to be the focus point because it already had a bad taste when everyone was there using it in other lives as weapons to score points. So I said to myself, I don't want to talk about it now. But when people are dragging me in other lives, I'm going to defend myself because it's lies.
You do, yes, you do.
You know what I mean? So I will defend myself when it's lies. If you are not talking about the situation and you're not mentioning me, I won't be talking about it.
Yeah,
so you can't
brilliant.
blame me for talking about it when people are bringing my name into a conversation.
Yeah, you have a right to you have a right to defend yourself, and you have a right to defend.
And that's all it is. Like I said.
But you know what just made me angry is like he wanted me. He was saying it was about the petition and the GoFundMe, but then he wanted me to comment on you and Hayley and said I didn't have a backbone because I would. Why would I focus on the petition? I said people should still push that, and so did Alex and Hayley say that.
Yeah, of course.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I've had this all morning. I've had it. Fraser, what about Hayley and Alex? And I've stated it. I am not talking. There is no person to blame. I don't know where they think they can blame it. I don't know who they want to blame it at because there's nothing to blame. It was brought to light and to the attention that there was a GFM. That's it. No one slated anything else.
People said, like the only thing they could see me doing wrong is maybe I've spoke to the mum beforehand. But every person that went there to ask the question before, obviously we went live, was getting blocked for when they asked a simple question. So in my eyes, if I went to go and ask a question, I'm going to get blocked as well. So it's pointless. Like I know of 14 people that was blocked from in that live, including 3 of my mods, just for asking a simple question. Literally a simple question saying I've donated. How come the GoFundMe has been raised to 10 grand now? That was it, simple as, you know what I mean?
And I think, again, this sadly has gone off the actual thing of the petition and to focus on the fucking bullying that children endure from school and people endure in college and people endure in real life.
Exactly. Well, listen, all I came up to say is that you have to separate the two. But in my opinion, all he wanted me to do was comment on Hayley and Alex. And I'm not going to do that.
I think just quite a few people have been trying to go just this morning into saying that. And like I keep saying again, I'm not going to speak on any other creators, what they've done on their platform, what they've said. I've come on, I've had my opinion and that's it.
But Hayley and Alex won't want us to speak for them. They would speak for themselves.
But no one in here is a voice for Alex or is a voice for Hayley. They both do as they are as people. They say how it is, and no one. The same as people turn around saying that Pearl was bullying. Pearl was not bullying in that thing. There was no level of it. The confrontation came when another person came in the box. So people cannot have their opinions, they're entitled to it, and their feelings are valid. How they feel at their point and their views on it are absolutely as valid as anybody else's.
Absolutely. I'm going to drop because my voice is going. I'll see you all later. Thank you. Bye.
I think we can't keep going around as a witch hunt on this because this isn't what it's about. It's not fucking trying to say they're to blame, this is to blame. Fucking no, that's not how it is. And like Hannah said,
Hi guys.
Hi Cindy.
Right. I've known Courtney for 30 years and I've known Willow since Courtney. I've met Willow 3 times and she was, you know what, she was the most brightest little girl that I have ever met. But the story that Courtney's putting out is not the entire truth. Courtney would rather sit there and have her daughter in her bedroom while she smoked weed. She went from £3,500 to build a podcast to 10,000.
I just said I really don't want this on my platform.
No, I get that, but
I don't want anything to do with this on my platform. Why talk about it?
I think there's a different time and a place for it, if I'm honest with you, Cindy. The whole thing about it is a petition.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get the petition out there as well because obviously I've got a 6-year-old myself who's gone through bullying. He's been told to kill himself. He's 6 years old. So the petition I do agree with. That part I do 100%. I will fire out there and I'll get out there.
You're going to make people not want to sign her petition.
But anything to do with anything personal, I really do not want it on my platform.
Right, that's understandable.
You're a friend. You're not a friend if you're going to go on a platform and say things about her. She's still a grieving mother, whether you agree with the GoFundMe or not. For you to come on and say she does this, she does that. We don't know you. We don't know Courtney. It's all hearsay. But I would hate to have you as a friend if this is the kind of thing you do.
But she fell out with me a couple of weeks ago due to me getting married.
Well, she's grieving and do that. It's not nice, Cindy. It's not nice.
Like, can I just say something? It doesn't matter what we're fighting over, like a GoFundMe page and all that. There's a petition there for people that are getting kids that are getting bullied in every way across the country.
Yeah.
That we need to fight for to get support for these children, right? But I'm not bothered about this GoFundMe page and whatever. If people want to go and gift, you can go and give it. But that's up to them to do it. And then they have got the question to ask where their money's going from. But I am absolutely annoyed that I've had children that have been bullied myself. My son has been beat up by 10 kids outside in the street, being bullied, and he's got disability. And there's people that I'm disgusted at. I can't stop crying about it because I think there's kids out there that need the support. You know what I mean? And everyone's taking for that and whatever about this GoFundMe page, about that. You know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? I'm just going to shut the live down now because I just think it's gone past the point of what we originally wanted, what we was talking about. I've gone past the FYP. I've done that now. It's getting very distasteful. People coming up and arguing about it. I don't want to speak about it anymore. That's just it. I'm going.
Yeah.
I just think it's all too distasteful.
I'm sorry about that, Gigi. It's just
it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going. I just do not want to. I didn't like the fact that someone has come up and slagged the mother off, talk about personal things. I do not want that on my platform. It's not what I started doing this morning. And
it's not what it's about. And listen, anybody that's going to go like that at a grieving mother and it's only a year, let's be honest about it.
I'm just going, we've had our say this morning, I've been here for 2.5 hours, we've been very respectful, that's all I have to say on it. Don't drag other creators into
It's not your fault, Gigi. It's not your fault.
I don't want to speak to other creators about it. Everyone handles their platform differently. But on my platform, I'm taking control, I'm ending the live and that's it, it's done.
Fair play, darling.
Right, thank you for all coming.
I hope everybody has a lovely weekend.
So do I. Right, goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Right, goodbye.